Good morning, America. I've got 3 words for you. What the fuck?
Holy shit!
We've been in America for just under 2 weeks now, and here are some weird things about driving.
Do you want to race? I love America. After you, let's go! The British are coming!
I bloody love driving in America. It's such a pleasure. It is such an absolute pleasure.
American road rules are enough to kill me off with anxiety, because what do you mean?
Speed limits to an American are non-existent, mate.
Right side, right side, right side, right side, right side. Teddy, we're going for it.
Right, here we are.
That is what you call a set of traffic lights. What the hell?
One thing that's really confusing, instead of their indicators being orange or yellow, sometimes they're red, like quite a lot of the time they're red, and it just looks weird.
Question to Americans. Is it true that a 4-hour drive is a short drive here?
Street lights in the States really took a little bit of time to get used to.
Time to get on the freeway. Pray for me.
Oh, so much space.
Thanks. Last thing.
Whoa!
And look at the screen size, bro. It's literally huge. It's bigger than my TV. I could watch porn in here, be super happy.
Guys, what's your problem here in America with the big cars? You all have gigantic cars.
It's way bigger than I am.
It makes Sean look like a midget. That's insane. Surely that can't be legal on the road, right? You could literally drive over people's cars and you wouldn't even know.
This is what it's like living in America. Everything's fucking huge. This is your proof.
The trucks here versus in the UK are already massive anyway. But then when they put a lift on it as well, I was like, holy shit.
God, this country confuses me. He had way too many wheels.
And when I'm back in Chicago, I feel it. Passing the red light.
For British tourists, driving in America can feel like learning the rules of the road all over again. At first, everything looks familiar. Cars, traffic lights, road signs, highways, but once they get behind the wheel, things suddenly become confusing. Why do Americans drive on the right side of the road? Why can you sometimes turn right on a red light? Why are American highways so unbelievably wide? And what's going on with those enormous pickup trucks? Then there are 4-way stops, yellow center lines, huge intersections, school buses, endless parking lots, and roads that seem to stretch forever. Even the signs can feel completely different. For British tourists accustomed to narrow roads, roundabouts, and driving on the left, American roads can feel like an entirely different system. And the further they drive, the more differences they discover. Some are confusing, some surprising, and some actually begin making sense once they understand how American roads work. Because America's road system isn't simply about getting from A to B, it's part of a much bigger car culture. Long-distance road trips, massive interstates, drive-thrus, giant parking lots, and vehicles built for huge distances are all part of everyday life. So today we're following British tourists as they experience American roads for the first time and discover why something as simple as driving in America can create so much culture shock. Let's hit the road.
Keep right, keep right, keep right, keep right. It's the first time we're on the road in America. Keep right, keep right. Oh my gosh, first time.
I know.
Just want to be positive. You're driving. That is what you call a set of traffic lights. What the hell?
It's not that. You've got some more back here, no?
Right? There you go. So, there you go. Welcome to America. I mean, I love it. That is some set of traffic lights.
Yes, it really is.
Only in America will you see a car that you need a literal ladder to get into. Why is the bonnet of this car higher than my shoulders, please?
What a fucking motor. What a rig.
Guys, what's your problem here in America with the big cars? You all have gigantic cars. I don't think it's necessary. I found the car of my dreams. Voila. This is the car I need in my life. This is my dream car. You know, you can have a little car and a big dick, huh?
Okay, let's go. Baby, what do you mean it's red? Aren't you turning right, though? Yes. So, let's go. I can't go, it's red. This is not Germany, this is America.
Oh, hallelujah, those rules here.
Like, this is literally my dream car. That is wild, isn't it? Do you want to race? I love America. After you, let's go! The British are coming! That was like being at Six Flags, Magic Mountain. Mate, look at the goosebumps. Can you see that? All the Brits out there have said I'd never make it. top down, bloody 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Look at the palm trees. Oh, it's a good life. It's a good life, baby. It's a good life.
Things I learnt about being a Brit in America. Speed limits to an American are non-existent, mate. If an American sees a speed limit of 40 miles per hour, an American will see that as a challenge, mate. They do not mess about on the roads in America. I'm telling you from experience. If there is a speed limit sign for 70 in America, hold on tight, because you're going to go a lot faster, mate.
American road rules are enough to kill me off with anxiety, because what do you mean I can still turn if the light's red? And I mean me, I mean James, because I'm not driving.
Turn right if the light's red.
Yeah, but we just turned left on a red light because it was flashing. Oh, God, I don't like it. It's a good job, my pastor princess.
Guys, I've never seen something like this before. This truck behind me is way bigger than I am. I never saw something like that. Because I'm just a European girl, you just look at it. Oh my God.
So this is one of my favourite niche things about a Brit living in America, is the fact that I can open my car door in a car park all the way and not even be close to the other car. Look how much room that is. That is just how big the spaces are.
I bloody love driving in America. It's such a pleasure. It's such an absolute pleasure. We've had to change our car purely because we needed to, the old car had a service. Well, we've got this Jeep Wagoneer. It is massive. It is huge. The air conditioning is amazing. The screen is amazing. I'm even getting cold air blowing up my bottom. I love being in America. I love American cars. I love American roads. And we are having the best time of our lives.
I know people can spot a tourist from miles away, okay? But look how much taller this truck is than me. Wait, it doesn't even give it justice. The wheel is up to my hips. That's insane. The door handle is by my head. I love it. I want one.
How to drive in America featuring my American girlfriend. You can actually turn right at a red light when no car is coming. Jen, a car's coming! Time to get on the freeway. Pray for me. Everyone is always so bad in merging here. The lanes are not really organized by speed, so you can pass on each side. See this side? He just passed me from the right and another from the left. In Germany, you would never see a car pass you from the right side because that would be against the law. Also, another crazy thing is that in Arizona, at least, you don't have to wear a helmet when you drive your motorcycle. There are a bunch of stop signs, and whoever gets to the stop sign first is supposed to drive first. So even though this car here is to the right, we are able to drive. Did I explain it right? Many hours did you need to practice to get your driver license? I think 30. 30 in driving school? No, with my parents. With your parents? Are they even qualified? In Germany, you need 33 hours in driving school. I bet some parents just at any number they taught their kid how to drive. Oh, for sure. That's how a lot of people drive here, honestly. How much did you pay for your license? $25. $25? How much do you think I paid in Germany? 100? She thinks I paid $100. I paid...
That is insane.
It has airbags in it. Sure.
The European mind could not possibly comprehend America's obsession with large SUVs and trucks. And it cracks me up to think about someone from England trying to justify that. Bloody hell, you've only got 2 little ones and you're buying all that. Our Peugeot gets 148 kilometers to the liter. Europeans are funny. But what is America's obsession with these big, luxurious SUVs and trucks? Things like the Yukon AT4 or that Lariat F350 diesel over there. I have a
theory as to why they do well in America but not in Europe. And my thinking behind it is that the average American per day spends more time in a car than a European would spend in air conditioning in a month. I know people that have 2-hour commutes to and from work every single day, and if you're going to be in a car for that long of an amount of time, you're going to want to be comfortable. American society also puts on a pedestal work and the results that come from that work. So if you work hard, you want to be able to show that you worked hard with the things that you buy from the money that you work for. And in Europe, they have soccer. But let me know your thoughts of that down in the comments. Fight about it, follow me for more content like this. Spitting bars, selling cars.
This is what it's like living in America. Everything's fucking huge. This is your proof. Check out this car. It's taller than me. The wheels are right where my hips start. It's fucking crazy.
We've been in America for just under 2 weeks now, and here are some weird things about driving. There are so many Cybertrucks here. I've never seen a Cybertruck in my life in the UK. Cybertrucks and self-driving cars, and they just look so weird. Like, you pull up to a traffic light, you look to the side, and there's just no one in the driver's seat. When you pay for petrol here, gas, they take the money out first, and then they refund you the difference. So we've just filled up at this petrol station, and they've taken out like $50, and then they refund you later on the money that you don't pay. Then we've got turning right on a red light. I actually really like this. Like, why sit around and wait? If there's no one going the other way, you can just turn. Also, not really any fast lanes on the highway. So if you're like in the middle lane, you can be getting overtaken on either side. One thing that's really confusing, instead of their indicators being orange or yellow, sometimes they're red. Like quite a lot of the time they're red, and it just looks weird because it's just like the brake flashing, especially at night. It's just confusing. Why is it not yellow? Finally, they have barely any roundabouts here. We've drove over 1,000 miles now and maybe come across 2. And instead, they have the busiest, biggest intersections that are just not efficient at all. You end up waiting at a traffic light for ages.
I'm a Brit, and I'm about to ride in my first American muscle car.
So he's about to ride with me in my Demon 170. He said he's never been in an American muscle car, so we got to give him the proper experience. Let's go.
I never speed, never once ever gone fast in this car.
That's very responsible.
Yes.
Holy shit! Oh, man!
Morning, America. I've got 3 words for you. What the fuck? Okay, we've just moved from the UK to the US. We're going through a period of culture shocks and adjustments, and I don't think it's controversial for me to say that American drivers are terrible. I don't know how anyone can be passenger princess in this country because I'm passenger petrified. We're on a road right now which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lanes. 6 lanes! Nobody seems to want to stay in their lane. Is there some kind of competition I've not heard about where the person who weaves the most wins? Do you know that it doesn't really get you any further? The state of some of the cars that we've seen is shocking. Just last week we were driving along and I saw a man driving his car sat like this, because his driver's side door had obviously been rammed into at speed and it was completely concaved. How is that legal? It's no surprise to me to see how many cars are damaged, though. Were you ever taught about braking distances? I like to leave a sensible gap, as I was taught when I was 17 and learned to drive. But you all seem to take advantage of me and think that it's an entry hole for you. Entry hole was not the right choice of words. Think every 10th car that we see has been rear-ended. You've been rear-ended. You've been rear-ended. You've been rear-ended. It's a wonder we've not been rear-ended. Yeah, on the motorways in the UK, it would be very frowned upon to undertake somebody. We have very clear rules on the fast lane and the slow lane and how you move. But here I've got bitches coming down the left side, bitches coming down the right side, the bitches rear-ending me. I don't feel like I have enough eyes to concentrate on anything. I need at least 10 more mirrors. And if you could all stop beeping at me for driving safely, I would very much appreciate it. Final thought, what's the rules on the carpool lanes / expressway lanes, or whatever you call them? There's signs everywhere telling me how much I'm going to be fined if I drive in them, but it doesn't tell me when I can and can't drive in them. Do I need some sort of master's degree? And why does everyone drive a Tesla? That's all for now. Bye.
I am obsessed with American pickup trucks. I cannot express how or why I'm so obsessed with them, but I am. Every time I see one, which is like every 5 minutes when you're in the US, you see a lifted sick truck. A sick truck. And then sometimes you see the ones with all the lit up lights underneath the wheels and it's like, oh my goodness, This is insane. This is so cool. Why can't I have one? I want one. But anyway, this is not the point of the video. The point of the video is to ask Americans, in your opinion, what is the most reliable truck, okay? I seriously want one. They are so sick. They are so cool. In the UK, I'm deprived of big trucks, okay? The biggest truck in the UK is probably the Ford Ranger, probably, or Ford Raptor. That's the biggest truck we have in the UK, I'm pretty sure. If not, please do correct me, but yeah, I'm deprived of it and I need to come back to the US ASAP.
What I'm about to show you is why I love America. We are in an RV park and we just came across these two gentlemen, started talking because he had an amazing truck. Watch these following clips.
It's running on racing fuel, VP racing
drag
fuel.
race fuel.
Yeah, it's racing
And it's got, the headlight on it is a skull and the light come out the skull's eyes.
Wow. Let's go. Let's Look at the size difference. Crazy.
That sounds amazing.
What year is that?
This is a 1999.
Wow.
Yeah, 1999.
It's like Batmobile.
Oh, yeah.
They're awesome. This is C5 gear race. And these are really badass because they've got all aluminum LS motors.
When I picture an American truck, this is exactly what I picture in my mind. What in the world is that? Is that road legal? Can you drive that down the road? How is that even a thing? Is that classed as a truck or is that a monster truck? That is absolutely crazy. Surely that can't be legal on the road, right? You could literally drive over people's cars and you wouldn't even notice. That is the most insane truck I have ever seen, ever. I want one. How much is this bad boy costing, realistically? And tell the truth. You want that. Everybody wants that. That is absolutely amazing. Please, how much is that worth? Is it road legal? Where can I get one? Where can I get one? That's insane. That's absolutely insane. There's no way. There's no way. I love America.
British and living in America, I have to talk about the vehicles here, especially lifted trucks. So when I first came to Arizona, it was on vacation before I moved here permanently. And as I exited the airport into the parking lot, there were three lifted trucks side by side right in front of me as soon as I went through the door. And the trucks here versus in the UK are already massive anyway. But then when they put a lift on it as well, I was like, holy shit, looked like monster trucks to me. Like you walk up to them and they're like chest height or more, depending on how much people lift them. And yeah, I've never seen that in my life. In any country I've been in, I've never seen that before. And you'll have to let me know in the comments if that's an Arizona thing. Does it happen in other states? Is it all America? Because I've not even seen that in movies, not really. So it was such a shock to me. I was like, and it was also a shock that it wasn't just one or two. It was like super common, almost like, I don't know, 1 in every 3 trucks that I'd see had a lift. So it was, a substantial amount of them. And this is the thing with lifted trucks. I've got used to it because I've been here a bit now and, you quickly get used to things. But every so often one will catch me off guard where they've, I don't know, done like a 6-foot lift on it. Like you could probably work on that car underneath it by just walking under. You wouldn't even need to lie down or anything. So, it's crazy. I can't get my head around it. They're literally monster trucks. And some of the other vehicles I've seen here on the roads that I've never seen on any other road, and especially in the UK, are the ATVs, like the Doom buggy sort of things. They're so cool, by the way. I want one of them at some point. But those, and to think some people just use them as like a daily, or I've seen them going to the grocery store and just whatever, just driving them around. And I don't know. It's just, I guess it doesn't rain here, so it's different. You could do that. You wouldn't want to do that in the UK, even if you could. I don't know if you can or not. I've never seen one on the road in the UK. However, I see them here all the time. And I mentioned in another video about the the golf carts. People just drive them around on school runs, and I've seen them at grocery stores. It's crazy. And then, you know, what you guys called a semi, we call that a lorry. Even them, a massive, you know, it's like people talk about America and say everything's supersized, you know, especially when they're talking about like food portions and things like that. But, you know, literally when it comes to cars and just vehicles, they are supersized. Like your trucks, even without a lift, are bigger than what you can buy in the UK. Like a Dodge Ram would be massive if you put that on a UK road. But then the semis are fucking huge because ours are like flat fronted. You know, like the windshield and all this is flat. Whereas here, you know, it's got a big hood and everything at the front. I think they look super cool, by the way. But, and same with the school buses. I mentioned that it was kind of an iconic thing. I'm not obsessed with buses, but it's like, if you went to the UK and saw a double-decker red bus, you'd be like, wow, that's one of them famous things that I've never seen in person. Well, it's the same when I saw a yellow school bus. But again, even the double decker and any bus, they're flat at the front, whereas yours have like a long hood. So it's just a very different style. And I just think it's really cool. And, you know, the last thing I'll mention, like vehicle related, that when I first saw it was like, people riding motorcycles with no helmet on. I mean, you're not allowed to do that in the UK. And I believe there are states here where you're not allowed to do that. But in Arizona, you are allowed to do that. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't want to wear a helmet anyway. It's not just if you had a crash, but, you know, I see a lot of people with cracked windshields or completely smashed here. So, I mean, imagine that rock hitting you in the face, for example. But hey, you know, it's the thing. People do it here. Like, I see loads of people, especially like Harley riders, like on cruiser style bikes, ride around with no helmets on. And again, you know, I'm used to it now. But the first time I saw that, I was like, oh my God, like, that's crazy, because I don't know, like, I've never seen it. I've never seen it before. But yeah, another observation. Very different to where I'm from, that's for sure.
After watching all these reactions, it's easy to understand why American roads can create such a culture shock for British tourists. They arrived expecting roads to work more or less like they do back home, but almost immediately they noticed the differences. Driving on the right, turning right on red, four-way stops, huge intersections. Wide highways, massive pickup trucks, yellow road markings, long stretches of interstate, and roads that seem to continue forever. For Americans, most of these things are completely normal. You probably don't even think twice about them. But for someone who grew up driving on the left in Britain, suddenly learning a completely different system can be surprisingly confusing. And then there's the biggest difference of all. America is built around cars. In many parts of the country, driving isn't simply something you do occasionally. It's how you get to work, shop, get food, travel between cities, and sometimes spend your entire vacation. That's why American road culture can feel so different. Massive highways, giant parking lots, drive-thrus, huge gas stations, and long road trips are all connected to the same thing. The sheer size of the country. You can drive for hours and still remain in the same state. You can leave one city and suddenly find yourself surrounded by nothing but open land. For British tourists, that's something they simply aren't used to. Britain is relatively compact, with narrow roads, roundabouts, and towns often packed closely together. America is completely different. Here, there can be miles and miles of road between two places, and somehow that's become part of American lifestyle. But perhaps the funniest part is that after a while, some things that initially seemed strange start making sense. That right turn on red suddenly feels convenient. Those massive highways make more sense when you're traveling hundreds of miles, and giant parking lots suddenly don't seem so ridiculous when you realize how many people arrive by car. That's what makes traveling so interesting. You don't just discover another country's famous landmarks. You discover how people actually live. You discover the little systems and habits locals barely notice because they've grown up with them. And sometimes those everyday differences create the biggest culture shock. So now we'd love to hear from you. Which part of American road culture would confuse you most? Driving on the right, turning right on red, four-way stops, massive highways, huge pickup trucks, or something else? And if you're American, what's one British road rule or driving habit that would completely confuse you? Let us know in the comments below. Because the more you compare Britain and America, the more you realize that even something as simple as getting from one place to another can be completely different. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more British reactions, American culture shocks, travel experiences, and everyday differences that make America so fascinating. Thanks so much for watching. Keep exploring, keep comparing, and keep discovering the things that make every country unique. We'll see you in the next episode of Honey Asked Archive.